Next up, we'll be talking one of the more intriguing defensive line prospects in this year's class, and that's Gabe Hall from Baylor. 6'6", 287. He is a big kid. He's also super athletic, 9.19 relative athletic score. So, this is a premium athlete. And what makes him really interesting is that, I think there's a lot in this class who are good at stopping the run. That's not Gabe Hall. That's actually one of the, weaker parts of his game. I think when it comes to Gabe Hall, what you're really excited about is his pass rushing ability. He flashes his power and quickness often when rushing the passer, and I think does a pretty good job of generating some pressure from the interior of the defensive line, which is, as we've talked about before, just absolutely worth its weight in gold. So he's a guy who, you can line up in that 3 technique, and he's a really good pass rusher. PFF isn't so high on it. I think as you watch the film here, you'll come away with the same understanding that Gabe Hall is definitely a threat up the middle.
55, Garmin Randolph starting at that outside linebacker spot, keying in and making sure Morris stays bracketed, lost the football, and he falls on top of it at the 30. That's Gabe Hall, 95, that was bringing a lot of heat. The sophomore from Waller, Texas.
Yeah, Gabe was coming big 95. Again, it redirected Morris back inside. He's got to keep that ball.
With his stick with Baron Morton this half, he said, yes, he has just got to settle in.
Yeah, we did see Donovan Smith and Tyler Shuck milling around on the sideline. Shuck threw a football for a while, but they are sticking with the redshirt freshman, who again is under pressure, and he is going to be dumped. Gabe Hall this year. We're trying to be 5-0 for the first time since 2008 in home games to start the year. Boy, Shuck is having a
10 minutes with the ball, 17 points. You don't see that very often, but it's good for the long run.
You are sacked back at the 7-yard line. Good heat up front by Gabe Hall, who is their best pass rusher and a guy that's going to be playing on Sundays at some point.
Yeah, so you're going to see Gabe Hall kind of just, no one blocks him. Hey, Mark, you said he's the best pass rusher, which he is.
He's overcome so much in his career. He's had multiple season-ending injuries, comes back for his 6th season, tripped up at the 20 and brought down Gabe Hall, who has emerged as a starter on the D-line for the Bears.
Gabe Hall is still a work in progress. There are things he needs to improve on, especially when it comes to defending the run. But I think some of that stuff can be taught. And I think when you look at his pass rushing ability, you're seeing a guy who at the very least can come on third downs, generate some pressure from the interior, and continue to get better and better. So for us, he's a 5th-round grade, 52.05 score. Consensus thinks he is a 5th-round pick as well.